It is 2026. We don't need all these variegated, super expensive plants anymore, right? It's over. We're done it. We did it before, the Pinterest jungle. We've done it in the past. It's time to move on, right? We're gonna go back to the basics, back to the core. These are my core 5 plants that I would recommend to anybody that wants to start getting houseplants, or for gifts is also a good idea, but people that are starting to get into houseplants or that want to get into houseplants, these are my 5. This is my first one. This is the rarest one by far, probably the most expensive one still, but the rarest one by far. This is the Monstera Thai Constellation, right? This used to be super expensive when it first came out. Like, you're talking hundreds of dollars. Now you can find this between $20 to $40 at some big box stores and maybe up in the 50s or 60s at your local plant shop. They've come down way in price and they look fantastic. This one definitely needs some water, as you can tell it's starting to droop a little bit, but this is variegated, looks awesome. Just fantastic for the price. This is the most expensive one by far on this list, but I'd recommend this just because it looks cool. It gives a pop of color and personality to all your plants, and who doesn't love a variegated Monstera? I went to give that Monstera a drink of water, but I also want to say that thing is a tank, right? Give it some chunky soil, give it some light, and you're good to go. And just water it once a week. Fantastic. You don't even have to worry about it. It's one of those just plants that just keep on trucking. Up next, I got 2 for you, right? The same thing. These are the ZZ plants, right? Look fantastic. This is the regular one. This is the Raven ZZ. It's darker leaves, just a little bit darker of a plant in general. A lot less light needed for this one just because of the darker leaves, but they still both look fantastic. These things will never die on you. Literally, you can put it in the corner, forget about it for months, you come back, and it looks just fine, just like this. This one, I didn't water for 6 months, and it's still fine. It's still here, it's still growing, it's doing its thing. This one, probably same thing, 4 or 5 months to water it over the winter, and it's just fine. During the summertime, maybe 1 to maybe every 2 months you need to water it, so very low maintenance. Basically the closest thing to a fake plant that you can get if you want a real plant. And for the price of these, they can get a little expensive if you go for a bigger one. The bigger pots, like the 12-inch gallon pots, can range you from 80 to like 150 depending on what kind. These smaller ones are about 20 to 30 for a Raven, and a regular one you can probably get for about between 15 and 25 depending on where you go. But super cheap comparatively to those high-end plants, and they still look fantastic and require no maintenance at all. We're gonna keep going in the realm of unkillable plants pretty much. This is a snake plant or mother's-in-law tongue. These are pretty much like the ZZ as well, where you can just put them in the corner for months at a time, forget about them, and they'll be just fine, right? This one gets watered every 3 months or so. It's in a terracotta pot, so I need to water just a little bit more. But this thing is rock and roll, and this is actually a cut from an old snake plant, and it's still growing, it's doing its own thing. Got a little pole in here to help it keep it upright. We have a bigger one right behind you guys. Just couldn't get that one on camera, but unkillable. Literally, you would have to try to kill this thing. Pretty cheap, about the same price as the ZZ for a smaller one, between that $15 and $20. For a bigger one, maybe $40 to $50. A lot of these you can find at big box stores, like the 12-inch pots. So I think your Home Depots, Lowe's, Menards, wherever like that. Take a look at the garden center. They usually have bigger ones because they are more popular. $50 for a huge one. And if you want to go to like a local plant store, these smaller ones run you about $15 to $20 maybe. The next one I got here is the Marble Pothos. It's just an elegant plant. It looks clean. It looks high-end, like a lot of money, but you can get these pretty cheap, like $15, $20 for a smaller one like this. If you want a huge one, I mean, $40, $50 probably. It's not going to be anything crazy, just like any other plant, but this thing trails, it vines, it looks amazing. It looks beautiful with these white and green on here. Hopefully you can see that, but it looks just fantastic. We have this one sitting on a macrame right behind the window, and it just trails down like this all day long. It just gets enough light, it grows, it's growing like a weed. This is actually from a cutting from a friend, I believe. So, I mean, from a cutting, it looks fantastic. It's nice and full. It grows under any conditions. It's still a pothos, so just give it light and a little bit of water. These 5 are just pretty much unkillable no matter what you do with them. And my last one of this top 5 list, as you can see here, is one of my favorite plants of all time. This sits in the office with me every single day. It's on a little macrame right next to my desk. It is the Peace Lily. The reason why I like this one so much is, once again, unkillable. These 5 are just unkillable plants. Also, it blooms. It comes out with white flowers on the end here in the spring and summertime that are just beautiful. I mean, when they die, you just gotta cut them off, but they look beautiful. The only thing about this plant is that you do need to water it once a week at least, otherwise it starts to get a little sad. As you can see like this, I watered this one yesterday and it's starting to go down a little bit already, so just be on the lookout for that. Other than that, fantastic plant. These are pretty cheap as well. You can get these pieces for about $35 for a big 12-inch pot. These smaller ones run about $14, $15, not too bad. And you can put them anywhere, literally anywhere. Very low light, which is nice. They might not flower if it is lower light, so if you want those white flowers and just those beautiful flowers that come from this plant, just make sure you give it a little bit of light as well as some good fertilizer, and it will treat you nice and you'll be able to keep it forever. So my goal for 2026 for these plants and my houseplants in general, the collection is not, I don't care about having the most plants anymore, right? At one point we had 80, 90, probably even close to 100 in a 900 square foot apartment. So just think of that for a second, that per square foot, every plant per 9 square feet, that's a lot, right? That's a lot of plants. But 2026, I want plants that I like to look at, that aren't super high maintenance and that are just reliably gonna stay healthy, right? Don't need to take care of these too much. They look good. And yes, sometimes you get some yellow leaves on these or whatever it may be, but it is what it is, right? We're gonna embrace the imperfection of some of these plants, and that's okay. We don't need them to look perfect and pristine. Like we have the cuttings from the marble pothos over there, and it's just, it does its thing. It might be a little sparse sometimes, but it's a cutting. It was free, right? How much can you complain? These are my 5 core plants. Go over them one more time. We have the Monstera Constellation. We have the ZZ. We have the snake plant. We have the pothos. Any pothos, but marble pothos is my favorite. And then we also have the peace lily. Those 5, pretty much unkillable. Give them a little bit of water, a little bit of love, and you'll be fine. Compared to anything else, those are probably some of the lowest maintenance plants you can get. Let me know if I missed any, please, that you absolutely love and that you don't need to touch too much or very often. And just let me know what you guys want to hear. I can show you guys around the plants. Whatever you want to see, please let me know. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day.